The best wisdom you can receive is from above. Quote 1. If an iron tool is dull and one does not sharpen its edge, he will need to exert much energy. But wisdom helps to achieve success. Taken from the book of Ecclesiastes, chapter 10, verse 10. Ecclesiastes was written by King Solomon. Solomon was well known for his surpassing wisdom. Though his actions later in life did not prove to be wise with worshipping gods other than the true God who granted him wisdom and wealth to begin with. But anyway, as a king, he surely utilized his time wisely. After heading many major projects, this quote he uttered at Ecclesiastes 10 verse 10, it really makes sense. If an iron tool is dull and one does not sharpen its edge, he will need to exert much effort, but wisdom helps to achieve success. Solomon would have witnessed the power of a workman who prepared with sharpened tools. He would have been more efficient in accomplishing his work. So sharpening your tools, as it were, by planning ahead so that you can make the most effective use of your time. If we fail to prepare, we will end up exerting more energy or wasting valuable time on non-essential tasks. Don't do that. On the other hand, if you are efficient and find yourself having time on your hands, why not move on to a job that is scheduled for later? By thinking ahead, you will increase your productivity like a wise craftsman who sharpens his tools in advance of a job. Quote 2. The lazy person has cravings, yet he has nothing, but the diligent one will be fully satisfied. Taken from Proverbs 13 verse 4. By the way, the book of Proverbs is one of my favorite books. The book itself, in its intro verses, sets its objective for one to know wisdom and discipline. So it is no surprise where wisdom and practical words lie, it can be found in the book of Proverbs. Things on how to utilize our time, our resources, and be able to achieve success in our life. So the quote, the lazy person has cravings, yet he has nothing, but the diligent one will be fully satisfied. Straight to the point, that basically is saying just having a mere desire is futile. Hard work is what counts. If you have a wholesome desire that is attainable, then go forth and attain it. But sitting down wishing, it won't just manifest itself. Make the effort, plan, prioritize, and execute. This will allow for success. Manage your time so that you'll be able to truly be satisfied, gaining more freedom, not less. Quote 3. The person faithful in what is least is faithful also in much. Taken from Luke chapter 16 verse 10. Now Luke was a physician and a faithful companion of the Apostle Paul. Luke's close interaction with Paul, who we could say became a traveling overseer, he would have seen how small acts of persons demonstrate deep character. Even as a physician, he would have advised persons to make small changes in their lives which would have contributed to their overall health. So the ability to manage time, tells us what kind of person we are. Most persons who are truly successful in life have seen and spoken of the value of small acts. The small act builds our character and habits that determine who we will become. Don't underestimate the small things that you do on a daily basis that helps you to manage your time. Whether it's scheduling activities or time blocking, making a to-do list, cleaning up the kitchen before, the night before, laying out clothes for tomorrow, placing reminders on our devices. All of these small acts contribute to the better use of our time and makes us more productive. Quote 4. Make sure of the more important things. It's taken from Philippians chapter 1 verse 10. Now Philippians was written by the Apostle Paul. This book was a letter to the congregation in Philippi and may have been written actually when Paul was in his first imprisonment in Rome. But no doubt, as any imprisoned person, one appreciates their time the most. There's something with having someone else controlling your time, telling you what to eat, who to talk to, makes us think about ways that we could choose to spend our time. Though Paul did his best under his circumstances, we understand his words when he said, make sure of the more important things. Many confuse motion with action and having plenty to do, which is being busy, with being productive. But that is not so. Identifying the things in our life that are most important and making time for those important things is what truly helps us to get things done. So make time for the more important things. Code 5. Go on walking in wisdom, making the best use of your time. Taken in part from Colossians 4 verse 5. Colossians 2 was also written by the Apostle Paul, and as discussed, he did have a deep appreciation for time and he wanted to ensure it was being used well. No one wants to be labeled as foolish. So the verse said, to walk in wisdom, one must make the best use of their time. Let's look at time like money. It can be used to spend on things that add little to no value, or it can be used to invest in our lives and help us to improve the quality of our life. The wise one sees the need to invest their time in things that matters most and contribute to improving their overall situation. So time spent is lost, but time invested can see returns. Quote 6. Be industrious, do not loiter at your business. Romans 12 verse 11. Romans was also written by Paul. So Paul did speak a lot about using your time wisely. So we could learn from him. And if we think of who he was actually before he became Paul, which was Saul, we would understand even more deeply why he's emphasizing utilizing our time wisely. So when he said be industrious and do not loiter at your business, Paul wants us to see that procrastination is something that we can detect, and that procrastination could be a thief to our time and productivity where it matters most. Whatever it is we prioritize our time to do, make sure that time is spent wisely on that task. Don't loiter. Quote 7. The one who watches the wind will not sow seed, and the one who looks at the clouds will not reap. Ecclesiastes 11 verse 4. As mentioned, procrastination is a thief of both time and productivity. Think of a farmer who waits on the perfect conditions to plant. Will that time ever reach? No, it won't. He will never plant, nor would he reap. Though we are encouraged, yes, to have sufficient information before we act to determine that something is the best choice, but that still is no excuse for being indecisive. Stop putting off tasks that need to be done now. just start. Start now. Start today. Do not be that one who is watching the wind and looking at the clouds, because you will neither sow nor would you reap. Quote 8. Better is a handful of rest than 2 handfuls of hard work and chasing after the wind. Also taken from Ecclesiastes, chapter 4, verse 6. Taking breaks and finding moments of rest is very important to our mental and physical health. It is not about being lazy or slacking off. It is about recognizing the value of taking care of ourselves. So take a deep breath. Relax your shoulders. Give yourself permission to relax. Your mind, your body, and your abilities will thank you for this later on. We are living in this fast-paced world, and it's so easy to fall into the trap of thinking that more hard work and long hours would equate to greater success. But if we don't take care of our health, how would we enjoy the benefits? Work wise. Work smart. Better is a handful of rest than 2 handfuls of hard work and chasing after the wind. Take care of yourself. Be balanced between work and rest. Quote 9. The shrewd one ponders each step. Proverbs 14, verse 15. This involves careful planning, but the reality is that we live in an uncertain world. So don't let the unknown hinder us, however, from planning our day, week, or years to come. Many highly productive persons will tell you that the importance of planning determines your future. So be shrewd about it. Think about your steps and plan accordingly. Use your time to plan your future. Quote 10. The plan of the diligent surely leads to success. Proverbs 21, verse 5. In continuation with quote 9, diligently sticking to our plans is an important key to success. Plan how you use your time now, tomorrow, next week, or even this year. We feasibly cannot plan every second of the day, but we can allocate tasks to slots in our life to help improve and increase our productivity. And when we plan things and we indicate or put it into a particular slot in our life, the possibility of it getting done increases. A hasty person would undertake things on impulse, but that leads actually to what the latter part of verse 5 in Proverbs 21 says. The hasty surely leads to poverty. Now the context of this verse was in relation to money, making sure you use your money wisely so that it doesn't lead to poverty. However, the principle can also be used towards how we spend our time. So planning accordingly can help us to access things that we may not have been able to accomplish. So don't be hasty to accept all tasks thrown your way, but instead take some time to plan, and that planning will help you to be more efficient and successful with your future. Quote 11. Better to enjoy what the eyes see than to wander after one's desires. Ecclesiastes 6, verse 9. Many may take this to mean that the scripture is speaking against one improving their life, but that is far from the truth. In this context, the thought is not to pursue unrealistic goals. It is best to set plans that are realistic and reasonable based on our situation. Everyone's situation is different from another. So a wise person is not easily distracted, but remains focused on tasks that they set, that they can achieve, and based on their circumstances. Quote 12. The way I'm running is not aimlessly. The way I'm aiming my blows is not to be striking the air. 1 Corinthians 9 verse 26. Guess what? Also taken from a book that the Apostle Paul wrote. Of course, he wrote 14 books, so we understand. But anyway, his quote is illustrative. It helps us to identify the link between being busy and productive. So just like a runner who enters a race with a determination to win, he or she must keep their eyes on the prize and focus so as not to be running aimlessly. Take for example the words of Usain Bolt, the fastest man alive. He said, "Sprinting isn't just a state of running or being in a physical sport. It's a mental game as well." Bolt said when he runs, he experiences a flow, which is an optimal state of consciousness that athletes often describe as a sense of oneness with whatever task they are doing. They are so focused on the win, not on failures at that point, that they run to win. So Usain Bolt sprints are not aimless, it is to win. So busy is having plenty to do, but being productive is identifying your targets or your important tasks and efficiently getting them done in a period of time. And this way we will be running not aimlessly, but with aim and directing our blows properly. So this is the greatest words of wisdom that one can attain, is wisdom from above. This is Busy Career Woman. Until next time, stay busy but productive.